We are ignoring Danica because she's becoming slanderous these days.
Yeah, she's rude to us about our black suitness.
As soon as Spider-Man becomes black, she's like, you know, do we really know much about this Spider-Man guy? I mean, like...
Danica's not one of us. She's a racist.
That's true. I mean, immediately she's basically just like, you know, Spider-Man seemed safe, but he gave me a bad look the other day, and now I don't know. He might be a gang member. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know.
Danica Hart? More like Danica Fart.
Got him! Oh, she's gonna be feeling that one in the morning.
Yeah, she is, isn't she? You know, I did notice as soon as he put on the black suit, she started treating him differently.
That's true. I think it's like an allegory or something.
I think so, too. I think that it's really racist and wrong.
I think that let me put this in a way that my viewers who have experienced oppression would understand. I think that she's the kind of store employee who would follow black suit Spider-Man around the store, but not red and blue suit Spider-Man around the store.
Oh no!
I'm just saying.
Do employees actually do that to black people?
Yes, 100%. When I went with my friend, I don't know if she would want her name on the channel because we haven't talked in a while. Like, no bad blood or anything.
You could just give her a fake name.
Got busy. What's a fake girl name?
Caitlin.
No, that's a name of a person who bullied you. How about a better name?
No, that girl didn't bully me. She was my friend.
Oh, okay. Well, what about, like, Matilda?
Matilda is pretty good. Matilda.
I like Matilda. No one's named Matilda.
That's true.
When I went with my friend Matilda, we used to go to Walmart. The detector would always go off at the door, like the stealing detector or whatever, the security detector for her, but not for me.
Wait, really?
No matter what, and she was not stealing.
Wait, always? Every single time she went there?
Not always, but, like, enough that it was weird.
Oh.
I lose the creeps at the school and come home. Walk through the front door. But you're not there. They are. What have they done to you, Kimia?
Craven's real twisted for putting Marco's kid in the middle of all this. Gotta look for more crystals to find out what happened.
Marco's memory is returning and he's agitated. The doctors are piecing together what happened. It sounds like it's not all his fault. I'll let you know if I hear more.
Your friend was Asian, by the way.
Yeah, and she used to call those things minority detectors because of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she made a joke out of it, but you could tell that it wasn't, like, exactly something she enjoyed, obviously.
That's really mean, though. It makes me sad.
And someone's gonna say, like, well, maybe she was stealing. No, genuinely. Like, I spent every second with her in the store. We were very close. She did not steal anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was not an issue of, like, oh, well, maybe she was actually stealing something behind your back and it has nothing to do with it. I'm sure it was just a coincidence, because there's no way that a detector could detect your race. But, like...
Maybe, like, the security person purposely made it go off.
I don't know about that. You know, I never know. But it was a very weird situation. And, yeah, I mean, actually, so a buddy of mine... he is black and he's a comic book creator. I'll have to ask him if I can share this story or not, like in terms of, hey, say it was you. But I will say that good quality guy, he has told me before that, like, when he has gone into local comic book shops, he will be treated differently than white customers. Like,
wow, really?
They'll ask him to check his bag at the counter, but not theirs.
Does he live in a state that's primarily white?
I don't know the breakdown on that, but I do know that that's not a great look for your business. Like, if you're like, oh, hey, a white customer, please come on in, and, like, they have a purse or a bag or whatever, and you're like, hey, how's it going? Hey, you came here from after class? Nice. And then a black customer comes in and you're like, hey, check your bag at the door. That's, like, not really a great look. Maybe it's a coincidence, but when it happens multiple times, I'm kind of like, is it though?
You know, when I lived in Maine, which is one of the top 3 whitest states in the United States.
Spider-Ham!
Aw, I love Spider-Ham. He's so cute. So there was probably a couple of black kids in my school and a small handful of Asian kids, and then kind of a larger handful of Muslim kids.
Mm-hmm.
And
when you say Muslim kids, you mean Middle Eastern Muslim kids, right?
Yeah, but you could tell that they were Muslim because
they were practicing.
Yeah, they were practicing, and they were very much like talkative about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so basically, my schools, they had like a big crackdown thing on bullying, and for some reason they didn't give a shit about the bullying that happened to me, but they gave a big amount of shit about bullying that may happen to a minority.
Well, it's because if a minority... so the way the school system works, because as someone who has family members who work in it, and I have worked in it, if a minority person were to go to the school board or were to go to and get enough people mad about it, because to be granted, a lot of minority kids get bullied, nothing happens. It would be more likely to result in a lawsuit than like a white kid who's chubby or like a white nerd kid, because like you as a white kid are going to be taken less seriously, even though actually I've heard examples of white kids in black areas being bullied for being white, because like whenever you're the other, you will be bullied. That's just how it is. Like, kids are cruel, and adults don't teach their kids or punish them enough for being assholes.
Anyway, the point of my story was pretty much, like, I had never really noticed much minorities being treated badly in a primarily white state. But then when I moved here to Minnesota, which is a very mixed state, it's very, like, half and half, like, you know, there's a lot of very different people here whenever you turn a corner, you know? It kind of seems like there's a lot more racism in places here where there's a lot more mixed races than there was in Maine, and I find that kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure it's also a case-by-case thing, but it is odd how it works. I think, too, a lot of it is just, like, when you're the other, a lot of people will just see you as that. But I also do think that it could become a bad conversation quickly in terms of being probably not the nicest, but I think it really depends on the area. So, like, there's areas by us where, depending on the income level, unfortunately, the schools are better or worse, and so is the discipline. It's very sad. And
Stay out of my
yeah, I think it really depends on where you are, which it's just sad.
I just find it interesting because I think a lot of people would think like a primarily white state would be more racist. But then for me, I never really noticed it until I moved here, and everybody was very touchy about race in general.
And scared of being called a racist and getting hurt or something.
The best parts of me here. I'm not looking for a fight. Craven has the other Spider-Man trapped in an old mansion east of the city. He saved me. Told me to find you. This was the only way I knew how. I owe him my life. And much more. If we hurry...
No. You've done enough.
You should be proud of him. He reminds me of you.
Reminds him of me. He doesn't even know me. Or Miles. A little bit of help, now all of a sudden he's a good guy. As soon as Miles is safe, Lee's going back in a cell. Not now, MJ. Is Spider-Man doing more harm than good? How about now? Now who needs the old Spider-Man? What's so great about the new Spider-Man anyway? He can't even stop some hunters. They destroyed the EMF. Destroyed my life. I'm going to lose May's house because of them and... Craven.
Kill Craven.
I love that part.
I'm really excited to kill Craven.
Yeah, somebody who I talked to on Twitter was talking about this, and I really agree with them. This game could use a director's cut so bad.
Oh yeah.
Like, from all the cut content and stuff. Especially when you start to hear lines like that, and it's very obvious that, like, part of the reason why Peter wasn't talking to Miles was jealousy. I mean, they could have gotten into that so much better.
Yeah,
Like,
it would have been interesting.
He's the new and improved Spider-Man that everyone likes.
Spider will survive.
But they just never bothered to talk about it, you know?
And it kind of seems like the symbiote was jealous of their friendship.
Yeah.
Same with his friendship with Harry, too.
Down range. Stay focused. Push in position.
I did want to mention that,
Where he is.
that Sandman thing that we did, I think that might have been in a previous part when we were with Nate. Just because we had to, like, redo a bunch of stuff in this game because we lost a bunch of footage with Nate. So that might be something that we've already done before, but I thought it was really interesting because I really hope that we get to see what happens with that.
Same. I really do love playing as this black suit. It's so cool.
I'm wondering, like, what happened to Kimia, you know? Because they keep mentioning her.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see. Trying to see how well I can do here compared to last time. They keep you in this rage mode for a while.
I don't think anybody saw last time on this, so
Oh.
you don't really have anything to compare to.
Well, I know, but I do for me.
That's true.
And it's fun. Oh, jeez. These guys are a pain, but in symbiote surge mode, you just wipe the floor with them.
Yeah, it's really cool. I wonder if the symbiote was supposed to talk to... I wonder if the symbiote was supposed to talk to Spider-Man more throughout the time that you wear the suit.
Like originally?
Yeah, because it kind of seems like he doesn't really talk to us much at all until we're right about ready to take it off.
Yeah, basically. Do you see... Oh. He was just like randomly stuck behind the car?
Which I think is kind of a waste, by the way.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
He was just glitched.
I don't know what the deal was with
He
that.
had no idea I was even there.
Where?
Wow, that guy was scared.
See, more of this would have been incredible.
Yeah, I wish we had like a big chunk of the game being this. Because I feel like most of the time we spent in the black suit, he was mostly kind of normal. He was just ignoring his friends.
Yeah, just a little bit of an asshole.
Yeah, and I like this amount of asshole. I think it's cool.
You have to build to it, but if we got a couple hours of gameplay like this, that would have been so cool.
I think that would have been way better.
I'm assured that material is unbreakable. But I believe anything can be broken. You still hold back. Maybe you lack motivation.
Couldn't he just pick that cage up and over himself? It's not like it has a floor.
Maybe the floor shut on it after it went down.
That would be weird.
Maybe it's really heavy, like Wolverine's adamantium skeleton. Maybe it's made out of adamantium.
I'm pretty sure the Venom suit's supposed to be really strong, though.
Maybe he's like a dog where it can't think to just dig under the fence.
Oh.
I made that
That makes
up.
sense.
I made that up, but he is kind of a beast.
It is kind of beastly. It's high. I'm into it.
Imagine the things he could make with those tendrils. By the way, there's going to be a lot of talking during this, so before you get into, like, dissecting the Constitution, just remember that, okay?
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Make this a glorious ending! You destroyed my city! Took the lives of so many people!
That was their fate, just as this is ours.
I wanted to mention that we've done this fight and the fight after this before, because this was part of the footage we lost with Nate, so we know what's gonna happen, but I still think it's really cool. You hit him in the head.
He
That
deserved
must
it.
have hurt.
He needed it.
He's got a concussion now.
I'm waking him up. I have a hard time timing this parry. There we go.
I'd
Not hold back!
What?
like to mention to everybody that I don't like Kraven because he wears animal skins, and I think that is mean.
Nice. We've got like a vegan here. What are your thoughts on veganism?
I think it's a very noble thing.
Treat you like some kind of god! But
you're just a dying old man looking for a way out. So you know then. Then you know I will not die in a sick bed. Only an equal may taste my last breath. Rip me apart and parade your achievement through the streets.
Okay, that was really
What
kinky.
you are capable of. Stop hiding.
Oh.
Tell us more about your sexual fantasies,
I
Craven.
know he's like really into it.
Yeah.
I hope you're enjoying this. Tonight won't end well for you. I study all of my prey. You are agile, intelligent, vulnerable to emotion. So am I.
Bro just said he has a soft side.
Get to your head.
But he's probably hard right now.
Yeah, with the symbiote.
Yeah.
He's like, no, make a wiener with it.
I was gonna say, I think veganism is a very noble thing. It's just not something that I'm really able to
Show
do.
you what I can
Yeah.
do.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Yeah, why can't you?
I mean, it's a very hard thing to do that takes a lot of discipline, and the society that we live in doesn't really support it that much.
I don't know, like restaurant menus sure seem to.
There's not very many, if you've noticed, though, on the menus. Like, there's, like, the Impossible Burger, but have you noticed the majority of things on the menu are not vegan-friendly?
Yeah, because they're a minority, and anytime there's any kind of minority, it's like, who's gonna cater to them?
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if, in a perfect world, if everybody did veganism, and it was, like, really easy to do, that would be great, to be able to save the animals and, like, you know, not have so much cruelty in the farming industry anymore. But it's just not that realistic, so I think that the people who do it and are able to do it are great, but there's so few people doing it that it doesn't change anything with the farming industry, so it's also pointless, and it makes me sad.
See, I think that you should have it, but I think that it's unfortunate to me that we can't just eat meat and have a lack of cruelty. Keep forgetting there's stuff up there, sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of my problem with it. A long time ago, you were able to eat meat without the worry of chickens being, you know, brutally, inhumanely killed and waddling with the amount of steroids and fat that they have on them just to make them bigger for more profit.
Right, see, like, I'm fine with eating meat, I just don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that part of it. But I think, unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people don't care.
And it's really hard to find meat products that aren't like that.
Yeah. I will say, here's my big problem with veganism, is it's like any group, it's very preachy.
Yeah.
Like, instead of just not eating meat and stuff, you have, like, these things like PETA that, in my opinion, are really harmful to the cause of, like, avoiding animal abuse. They just piss people off, and they don't really add anything to the conversation except, like, look how annoying we are. So, I think that that does not help people's perception of that
Looks
at all.
looks like somebody figured out how to make the symbiote mad.
Yeah.
Bellboy.
Except you could just do that.
Yeah, but it doesn't stay forever for some reason. I don't know why, but it doesn't.
Because you can cut it.
Why do you hide your strength from me? You call me a dying old man, and yet here I breathe. Shut up. Come, crush my bones.
Bro keeps asking me to come a lot. I feel like there's a lot of weird, like, sexual undertones with Craven.
Shut up.
There is a lot of weird sexual undertones.
I'm surprised he can be bothered to do this and not have, like, his whole army do this for him.
Oh, that's kind of a deep cut for Insomniac fans.
That's probably my least favorite Craven thing. Is, like, he is supposed to be honorable. There's nothing honorable in having an army do everything for you.
I feel like he's been kind of a lame villain this entire playthrough, and also,
He's cool here.
yeah, but he kind of feels like a side villain in the game that's supposed to be, like, about him being the main villain.
And the ringing stops. Ah! Rip him apart. I'll tear you limb from limb. Do it, or I will gut you and mount you on my wall.
It kind of feels like the symbiote was the main villain most of this playthrough.
Supposed to be. But you
Yeah.
don't even meet him at first, so I think that's kind of a problem, too.
You couldn't fight me yourself?
Oh, wait, here he is calling in his buddies.
Do you think there could be an alternate ending that they put into this game where you can kill Kraven?
That would be awesome, but that would basically just be Web of Shadows again.
Aww. Is Kraven in that game?
No, but you can basically just be evil.
Oh, really? That's awesome. That sounds fun.
Yeah, you can borderline just become evil by the end of the game.
Cool.
It's pretty cool, but it's very much a focus of the black suit type game. Come on, hit me without doing that weird cloaking thing. Come on. There we go.
So many years, I've waited for a predator capable of defeating me. Enough talking! And then I found you. And you'll regret that! No, I won't. I will not let God decide my fate!
Spider-Man's like, yeah, enough talking. We need the Let's Players to be able to talk.
Basically, I don't think they cared or thought about that at all with this game.
No. You'd think they would have, though, because Let's Playing and streaming is, like, free advertisement for them.
You kind of have to find a middle ground on it because, like, you have to be able to allow those people to enjoy the game and share it well. Otherwise, they're just going to get annoyed, and that's going to be bad publicity.
But you also have to have the game be entertaining for people playing by themselves, too.
Yeah, I do think there's quite a bit of dialogue in this game. I get it for this fight. There is a lot, though, for some of these fights that...
That was needless.
Yeah, it seems like there's a bit too much for some fights. I might lose here, by the way.
It seems like a lot of the dialogue for this part with Kraven is important, but I wish that we had been able to, I don't know, get some more story with him. I feel like we didn't... I don't know, I just feel like there's more they could have done with Kraven, you know?
I missed, so I'm going to have you cut ahead, because I didn't do very good on that.
But before we do cut ahead, I do want to say, I feel like there's less they could have done with his hunters.
Yeah, and so I saw somebody say, like, well, who do you expect to be, like, all the random people you hunt in New York? And I'm like, what about gangs?
Yeah, gang crime.
Like, because that was always, like, a huge thing in Spider-Man games. It didn't always have to be the main villain's goons.
Attack now! Dogs! Since you cannot seem to kill me, I thought you'd make a good meal for them.
Robot dogs don't need meals. It'd be cool if his tiger came out to play.
And then Spider-Man rips it off.
Oh no, don't say things like that.
Why?
That's mean.
I will not let God decide my fate!
Isn't God the one that brought Spider-Man into your life, Kraven?
Oh, man, a little evangelism. I like it. I don't think he expected this.
What if it wasn't God's fault that he got cancer? What if it was the fact that, like, Kraven's been using talcum powder all these years, even though there's a ton of commercials on TV that say that talcum powder gives you cancer?
Does it actually?
Yeah.
Oh, like, is that confirmed?
Yeah, you want to know what talcum is made out of?
No, I don't.
Processed asbestos.
Oh.
I don't know why it's approved by the FDA, but it is basically asbestos, and it gives... More often than not, it gives women ovarian cancer, but it can give men cancer too.
Maybe it's approved by the FDA as like a survival of the fittest test. Like, can you survive the talcum?
Damn.
Can you not? Well, I guess you deserve cancer, like that kind of thing. Or maybe
Anyway.
the FDA is trying to, like, weed out people.
In case none of you knew that, don't use talcum powder, it's bad for you.
And now all the talcum companies sue Jill.
Honestly, I don't think they could sue me because they're already getting sued by a ton of women who have ovarian cancer. And those people have nothing to lose in terms of monetary value.
What, the people with cancer?
Yeah, because, no offense, but they might not make it, so they,
Wow,
they may as well spend all the money on the lawyer.
Wow, alright, fair enough. Good point. That's like a Suicide Squad pure self-deleter mentality. Where it's like, well, I have nothing to lose, you know, I guess I'll go to paradise forever. Like, it's like that, but in the court system.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I was, like, dying of cancer and I had money and I was willing to just spend it all on lawyers to defeat a big corporate company, I'd do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ooh, are we gonna
Did Spider-Man bite him? Look at his arm.
Damn, that's kind of hot. Ooh, yeah, harder, Daddy.
But you still hold back. Kill or be killed.
This part grosses me out. He was gonna crush his head like a grape. It makes me feel icky.
I love this. See, I'm just saying, more of this is incredible. This is why I agree this game needs
More symbiote hentai.
BDSM.
Yeah.
Stop! No.
This game, a director's cut would be so incredible, but there's no way Sony would ever go for it because they cut their losses on the budget.
Sorry about that. I just... It's just me.
Yeah, more hentai.
You almost killed him, man. What are you doing?
You're in the way, Miles! Always in the way. I could have fixed everything!
How? By strangling him? That's not what we do.
Don't try to mentor me! You're the one running away from your problems! You're the one hell-bent on revenge!
Revenge? All I wanted was to protect my family. Protect you!
You're not better than me!
I'm not saying that. You're stronger than some soup, Pete. Don't listen to it.
And what? Listen to you?
Yes, listen to me. What are you so afraid of?
You asked, did they even make their money back on like the
budget for
on the
the game.
budget, 300 million? I think with the amount of money or the amount of copies they sold, yes. But
they didn't make as much of a profit as Sony wanted.
Sony wanted this game apparently to cost way less and make the amount that it did. So I highly doubt that they would add to the budget by putting back in content, even if it would make the game better. Which is unfortunate because Sony has a lot of money, and I think they could certainly stand to do so because it would only serve to improve the game.
And make them look better as a company.
Yeah, because Insomniac kind of threw them under the bus a little bit, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Insomniac, like Brian Intihar and some other guy I saw were doing a little interview, and they very clearly hinted that the reason the game came out when it did and all the content was cut that was because Sony wanted the game out the door and thought it was taking too long and cost a lot of money.
So it wasn't Insomniac's fault at all that this game was rushed.
The only things that would be Insomniac's fault are the people who find certain elements of the game preachy. That would be like it. Maybe the flying stuff, like for example, how Spider-Man can basically just fly like Superman. Those things are like, I think, fair criticisms of the game. That would be Insomniac's fault, but like cut content, no. That's Sony. They pushed for this release.
That's ridiculous.
I need this suit. It makes me a better Spider-Man. You just want it for yourself.
All I want is to save you.
I'm the hero. I don't get sick. Why are you doing this? I made you.
Oh,
Okay. Jeez. You just got destroyed.
yeah, I had a little spasm there at the end.
Why are you doing this? I made you. You owe me.
I know you don't mean that.
All I wanted was to save everyone. MJ, May. Now the city thinks that I'm the problem.
You think I'm the problem?
But I'm not anymore.
I'm the solution.
So, I know that they're trying to run it like a business and make money off the game, but I feel like it makes them look bad when they're rushing the company to like put out the game faster and stuff, I guess. I don't know. And like, of course, like, I'm not like Sony super fan 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
but it makes me like them a little bit less when they purposely fuck over something that a lot of people were really excited for.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess they would say, oh, well, we didn't fuck it over, it's still a complete game. But I think that, like, so something I noticed in this fight, and yes, I know I'm drawing the fight out because it's the only way I can talk during it, Something I noticed in this fight is that a really interesting story tidbit was the idea that Peter is trying to keep up with Miles. Miles has these bioelectricity things that Peter doesn't have, like powers like his electricity. And you could tell that Peter was like, oh, I'm jealous of that, that's cool, you know, in the previous game. Miles also has stealth. Peter doesn't have that. You know,
Because
and
of the invisibility.
yeah, because it was a different type of spider essentially that bit him.
Yeah.
Not quite the same. And the idea that Peter like latched onto this suit because he felt desperate, he was like struggling to keep up, he felt like the inferior Spider-Man, that would be such a cool storyline that I don't think they get into very well in this, because Peter literally says like, who needs the new Spider-Man anyway? He's not better than me. He can't even stop some hunters. Like, he's jealous of Miles, but we never get that out of this except that one line. Even the fact that Miles skips school and he just gets put right back in school. Peter skips school, he loses his whole job. Like, Peter is doing the same things Miles is doing and being punished for it because he's older.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have all the same powers. So
I didn't think of it like that before.
So think about it. Think about, just adjust the story a little bit. He makes those iron spider arms at the beginning to keep up with Miles. Then it's not, you know, like not really quite the same. So then he's latching onto this suit to become a better Spider-Man again. And he keeps saying, it makes me a better Spider-Man. But that's a storyline that I don't think they really tackled too much.
Yeah, I don't think they fully fleshed that out or made it clear enough.
Because of time. Like, and because of Sony pushing it out the door.
That's something that's really interesting, though, to analyze, actually.
Yeah, almost like an inferiority complex. You know, like, oh, this is the new younger Spider-Man. He's better than me. Look at all these powers I don't have.
Yeah.
Very clearly hinted at here, but not.
Go! I'm finally everything everyone needs me to be!
Yeah? You don't even answer my calls anymore, man. And what about MJ? You could have killed her. I know you're hurting, Pete, but you're better than this.
I know, but... No.
People in my life, they keep dying. I blame myself for that. They needed a hero, and if I thought some suit could save them, maybe I'd be in your shoes now. But this kind of power is the reason they're gone. Not you, not me. Shut up!
I think it would be interesting if they also continue with that storyline and kind of showed something that made Peter special, I guess, in regards of like maybe giving him a new power or something that makes him feel more unique compared to Miles.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that the suit kind of was that, but I wonder how they'll handle that going forward.
That's kind of what I was thinking, is like, what if they did something like that going forward? Like, I don't know, he had a spider evolution or something. I know that sounds stupid, but I always kind of wondered, like, I know he has better spider senses than Miles, but I always kind of wondered, like, what else sets him apart from the other spider men and women in these universes.
Yeah, it seems like the comics and even this game are like on a fast track to make Peter the least impressive Spider-Man abilities-wise.
That's kind of why I wish they'd give him something else to be more impressive and be on the same par as them, because I find that kind of sad.
Yeah, I do too, especially because he's the OG.
Yeah, and he's awesome.
I do think, though, that like something that could have worked a little bit was maybe to make Peter slightly more intelligent than Miles. I know Miles is really intelligent, but Miles is like basically on Peter's level. I think they were trying so hard to make both Spider-Men equal that by the time they got them equal, they almost forgot a little bit that Miles has all these abilities that Peter doesn't, so then that would set him strength-wise higher. But that idea of that storyline, I think, would be really cool, because Peter very clearly like is hinted at dealing with that here, like that idea.
You gotta be stronger than that. This time, you have to save yourself. You will. I'm not losing you, Pete.
I would personally have Peter be like stronger strength-wise than Miles. Like he'd be able to pack a harder punch sort of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That would be one of the powers that I'd have for him. I'd have to think about like what else I'd do for him. I would have him be smarter. I wonder, does Gwen Stacy Spider-Woman have like any specific powers kind of like Miles does, or is she a lot like Peter with just like the normal stuff?
She's very similar to Peter. I think there's something in the comics that sets her slightly apart, but I don't really remember what it is, because most of my Spider-Gwen exposure outside of like bits and pieces of comics is the Spider-Verse movies.
I want to like sit down and read more Spider-Gwen comics because she's at the moment my favorite Spider person. I absolutely adore her, and so I want to know more about her.
She's a very fun character. I just it's hard to keep up with comics. There's so many, and
There's so many different universes too.
And they're always jumping to new ideas and new characters.
Uh-huh.
I like that he can web you up too.
That's cool, actually.
Pete, come on, man. Just focus on me. Come on! I'm stronger than this. You hear me?
I'm losing the pass!
Jefferson and I don't match anymore!
No!
This is such an awesome moment.
It is awesome. I wish that instead of the suit being red and blue underneath, that he was naked.
Why? Just so we could get Bagman, like from the comics where he puts a paper bag on his head.
No, obviously it's because of purity symbolism.
Right. Not you don't want to see some spider schlong.
Yeah. That was a good catch. Thank you, Miles.
Miles,
Come on.
I'm white again.
Let's move.
Oh, wait.
Wait, I know one of Peter's superpowers that Miles doesn't have.
No, we can't talk about it.
Peter has a sweet bubble butt.
Oh.
Miles is kind of flat.
Miles is also a child, so that makes sense. He's like 16.
He's 17.
Oh.
But look at Peter's
These last few
bubble butt.
days. Miles, I'm sorry. Thank you for everything.
It's what Spider-Men do.
Spider-Man didn't save me back there. Miles did.
What now?
I have to talk to Dr. Connors. He said he knows how to destroy it.
Wait, what about Harry? Doesn't he kind of need it?
His dad is working on another cure. One that doesn't involve aliens.
You know, if you need me, I'm just a call away. Well, once I let my mom know this, she still has a son.
I know.
Just glad to have you back, man.
To be honest, I would just give the suit back to Harry until they can find another cure.
That's what I said last time we played this, even though it got cut out because of the footage getting messed up.
Yeah.
I said, why don't they just give the suit back to Harry and then take it off of him when they find another cure?
Right. I don't know why.
Like, the dude's dying.
Dr. Connors, I got the suit off. It's contained, but what do I do now?
Bring it to Oscorp Tower. There's a tank there that will subdue it. I have to prep a few things first, but I'll let you know when I'm on my way. One thing before we meet. Now that the symbiote is off of you, how are you feeling?
Fine. Relieved that it's over. Ashamed at what I did.
It's not your fault. There's still so much we don't know. Just tell me right away if you feel any changes in mood, behavior.
But it's off me. I'm cured, right?
Very likely. Yes. Just do your best to keep that thing contained.
Copy that. I've been ignoring the city for too long. Someone's reporting something dangerous in their yard. Sounds like a job for me.
Something dangerous in their yard? Is it dangerous?
What is that?
That song by Jason Derulo.
Oh, I don't know this song.
Shockingly good.
You never heard that song?
Wait, Shocker Spider-Bot? No, I
Cool.
don't think I have. I try and avoid Jason Derulo, to be completely honest.
Is it by Jason Derulo? Let's find out.
Let's not.
We're gonna find out. Where's my phone?
Oh, I took it to play videos.
That's not as important as Jason Derulo.
JR, Aluka Heights. Alright, what do we got here that we can wear? We got the normal Raimi suit. We've got the Homecomings, or the classic suit, I guess, from... What is it? From Homecoming. Can't talk.
Oh, yeah. So Jason Derulo was in that song, but it's by Chris Brown.
Alright, here
and Teo Cruz.
Teo Cruz. Here we got Antifa Spider-Man for some reason.
Ooh, I like Antifa Spider-Man.
But let's see, what do we want to wear for this Peter? I'm going back to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit for a bit.
Hey, how come if this
Actually,
game is so woke, how come they didn't give us a rainbow spider suit?
I don't think it's really that woke. So that's your answer.
I was making a joke.
Oh, sorry.
Why didn't you laugh?
Classic Jill.
I am classic, aren't I?
Classic Jill. What do we got here? Monster and Queens, unidentified target, punch your ticket.
I want to see the thing in that woman's backyard.
Monster and Queens?
Yeah.
Well, either character can do it. I feel like we should save that for Miles. He doesn't get any screen time.
Okay, we could do that for Millie.
Central Park bee drones. What's this? Unidentified target, catch the Talon drone.
Wait, let's switch to Millie's for a little bit. We haven't played as Millie's for a while.
I haven't told MJ yet.
Hello?
MJ, I got the suit off. And I'm so sorry for
Go on.
treating you and everyone I care about like absolute crap. I'm heading to Oscorp to store the suit until Dr. Connors and I can figure out what to do.
Does Harry know?
No, but Norman's been working on an alternate cure that's showing real promise. We will save Harry.
Well, it's a relief to hear you sounding like...
What?
What? I literally didn't get that close to the thing.
What the heck?
Did you see that? Why'd you scream?
Well, because I'm really
Were you getting, like, attacked?
Yeah, I was listening very intently to that. I was like, oh my gosh, MJ's gonna, like, tell us off or something. And then she hung up.
She did not hang up.
She hung up! Can you imagine she calls back and she's like, why did you hang up on me, you stupid bitch?
I put on the black suit again. Hey, Miles here.
Hey, Millie!
You guys really don't know when to quit.
So you want me to play as Miles and do a side mission?
Yeah, I miss playing as Miles. He's cute.
Well, we did just play as Miles in that in that main mission, but I will do that after the call.
I really like him.
With you.
What the heck? Aww.
We made up.
Best friends. You think they're best friends?
I think so.
I hope they're BFFFFFFFs. What do all those F's stand for? That is up to interpretation.
I hope we're going to call back Mary Jane, are we not?
Maybe because it was the end of the call, we're not gonna? I'm a little upset. I wanted to know what she was gonna say.
I thought they were going to fix that. Like, you shouldn't You should not have to avoid... How do you do this again? I haven't done it in forever. It's one of these... Oh, there we go. You should not really have to avoid running into crimes because of that.
Yeah, I thought you'd be able to continue the call during the crime.
Ah, here we go. Now, I'll admit, I first walked into his shop because of all the articles about his new flavors, but his traditional ones would have kept me coming back. Sometimes a classic is a classic for a reason.
Okay, Robbie never has anything to say. Why is he in this game? Like, be quiet, dude.
Yeah,
Nobody
his side
cares.
quest is like really lame.
Nobody cares, bro.
So, is there nothing we can do to get that call to come back?
No. I didn't do anything wrong. All I did was I got within like 300 yards of a crime and they were like, hey, I see Spider-Man, he's 35 yards over there. Kill him.
Do you think maybe what she had wasn't important?
Okay. I'm heading over to Oscorp Tower now.
Right. See you there.
Wait, what?
And now it thinks that I'm Peter?
What?
Did you see that? Did anybody else see that?
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
No, I saw that.
It thinks that I'm Peter now.
Yeah. I'm confused.
Oh, I hate that. It hurts my eyes.
It hurts my eyes too.
Turn
I
it
don't
off.
like that stupid animation.
Turn it off.
It should not be default when you did that.
Let's see.
So stupid. And then it's so hard to find in here.
It's somewhere in here.
Film style animation.
Off. There we go.
That it's so dumb.
Well, it's pretty easy to fix, so it's not really.
It
like the
takes
end of the
forever
world.
to try and find in the
It
settings.
took 2 seconds.
forever.
It took 2 seconds.
It's too hard to do.
Do you like this outfit?
Yeah, I think he looks like an idiot.
Yeah, I know. It's his little pajama outfit from the movie.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I think it's fun.
I like it too.
All right, let's chase this down.